What's up, ladies and gents? I'm Passion-Born Legend. Today I'm starting a series where I demo the first 15 minutes of a game and tell you why it earned a place in my library of games. I'll briefly talk about the specs I'm playing on, settings, raw reactions, and my opinion on the game, coming from the perspective of a gamer who plays all games. This is Subnautica, the underwater survival crafting king that will most certainly cure your thalassophobia. I will briefly show my specs and the game settings in which I recorded the game in. As I played, I had no technical issues at all. I do think the game still has minor bugs even after launch. As long as it's not game breaking, it's passable 100% in my books. Even minor bugs could be extremely satisfying and funny. If you've played Bethesda games, you'll know all about that, and I say that with love. I gave myself 15 minutes to do as much exploring and progression as I could. You are provided with a health kit spawner, a storage that's on the pod with 2 food items, 2 bottles of water, and flares. After a quick evaluation of the fabricator and components needed to start progressing, I climbed up the ladder and embraced
Zero human life signs detected.
a vast and lonely alien world where you're all on your own. The setting is a backdrop for a memorable, breathtaking experience, dare I say, after taking your first dive. As you explore the shallows, you start by scooping up minerals like copper, titanium, silver, and gold. You'll be wishing you had upgraded your fins to help swim away quicker from pufferfish after diving into their domain. The constant need for breath from alien air above sea level, the survival experience is real. You won't forget every moment early on, desperately trying to surface before drowning to death.
Oxygen.
I'll mention that the game is very generous when fighting for your life to surface. You can make it when the screen goes dark before you die. You have a small period to survive. As you explore the shallows, you'll soon find out that the game will not be holding your hand. You have to explore and figure out the mechanics as you go. Like every survival crafting game, where you start is just the beginning, and as you build up, you can venture out further.
Silver-based wiring kits are an essential component of many Habitat modules.
I obtained the acid mushrooms and copper ore to make a battery. Added together with titanium, that is when I craft your most important tool you will need early on.
Acquired. The scanner can be used to synthesize blueprints from salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
The scanner, which allows you to gain knowledge from wildlife, materials that surround you, and most importantly, items that are scattered from the ship you crashed on. These become schematics, or also known as blueprints, and serve as the progression to build equipment to go deeper and deeper down. I believe some of the blueprints are slightly randomized depending on what it is. Some are already in predetermined concentrated areas. After I'm done swimming around like a recreational diver, scanning some wildlife and materials, taking in the scenic views, I head on over to the Kelp forest, which has materials I need to progress a little further.
Self-scan complete. Vital signs normal.
Arriving at the Kelp forest, I find my very first blueprint fragment for the mobile vehicle bay. While scanning a few more different things, there are little purple sponge-looking corals that shoot bubbles, which you can use to absorb oxygen. It's a good way to help manage in the local places around the shallows without drowning. Don't lose track of where they are though, or you'll be sinking to the bottom.
life on this planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes. Further study recommended.
As I continue to go around and scan some more things and become a marine biologist, I come across my first broken part to the Seaglider. This is the point where any newbie diver would blow up with questions and curiosity. I will say, when you craft this, it makes your life a lot easier navigating the shallows and early on areas around the shallows like the kelp forest and grassy plateaus.
Detecting increased local radiation levels. Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core sustained during planet fall.
Progressing forward, you discover that the ship in which you crashed on has been building radiation surrounding the crash site, as you need to be careful heading into its direction. When it becomes nighttime, the ocean is a different experience. Scary, but full of life. And a simulated experience most may not experience diving at night in real life. I'll say myself, keep me billions of miles away from the ocean at night. Truly frightening. I don't want to go anywhere near there, ever.
Oxygen.
As I continue my exploration, I approach a tiny crash site that houses a few blueprint fragments.
New blueprint acquired.
One of them containing the second Seaglider fragment I needed.
New blueprint acquired. Oxygen. New blueprint acquired.
I briefly do a drive-by on one of the potentially dangerous and hazardous enemies early on that basically roams the kelp forest. They rotate through parts of the shallows. I use the creep vine I found in the kelp forest to make the silicone I need and craft fins. These will help you swim faster early on.
The fabricator draws from available data to provide environment-appropriate equipment using locally available materials.
Also, crafting the survival knife, which helps you with various small things, including collecting materials you wouldn't normally be able to grab straight up.
Following the massacre on Abraxas Prime, the knife remains the only exception.
I lastly set my eyes on crafting the Seaglider. So I prepare lube and a battery.
Construction of vehicles and power plants.
Before I go search for copper to build a copper wire, I head back out into the deeper parts of the shallow, going through various caves, trying to mine what I can, and grabbing various types of coral to use for crafting. As I was swimming in the deeper parts of the shallow, I noticed a stalker was clipping through the wall.
Oxygen.
After vigorously navigating and grabbing the copper I needed, I ended up drowning. I would like to add a short notice. If you die early on, you will not know exactly where, but on the positive side, it will mostly just be materials from what I understand. You will keep your tools, gear, food, and drink. I dive right back in and set my eyes on some more copper, while looting whatever else I can. After exploring through some more caves and fighting pufferfish with my survival knife like a shark catching a fish out of water, I actually discovered where I died. And honestly, I find that to be the charm to dying in this game. Random, unscripted discovery. I finally arrived back at the pod. I clapped together all the materials I had to make my Seaglider.
The Seaglide will increase your effective exploration range.
I end off the gameplay here by diving into the darkness of the sea, never to be seen again. For me, Subnautica feels grounded. It doesn't treat survival like a chore, but it doesn't hold your hand completely either. This game has a valuable spot in the survival crafting genre. The constant need for survival with mechanics that are realistic and short, and not overly punishing even to a new player. Playing for the first time, you'll maybe find it hard or possibly overwhelming. To me, the first 15 minutes of a game is an important time frame to determine roughly the game you'll be experiencing, with exceptions in mind. The randomness, mystery, and exploration will keep you fully engaged and wanting to swim deeper and deeper, while the crafting system will give you that dopamine kick so you can survive another day and not drown. The fact Subnautica is still in my library to this day is a testament to the game's ability to draw me in time and time again. I recommend it to you. If you enjoyed this video, it helps the channel so much if you like, leave a comment, and subscribe. I hope I didn't sound too much like a National Geographic narrator. I guess you could just call me the demo dude.